Solve for x. 2x minus 4 over 5 equals to x minus 1 all over 3. And I was starting and I made a mistake, but the LCT is 15. The LCT is 15 because remember we have to multiply everything, each term, this term and that term by an LCT. We need to multiply both the right hand side and the left hand side by the LCT, and the LCT is 15 because a number that would go 5 would go into 15 3 times without leaving a remainder, and 3 would go into 15 5 times without leaving a remainder. So we multiply both sides by the LCD. Of course, there is a very easier way to go around, but let's just follow the most basic way. So multiplying both sides by 15, you have 2x minus all over 15 is equals to multiplying that side by 15 is x minus 1 all over 3. You know that when 15 multiplies this particular term, of course, it actually multiplies the numerator. So if it multiplies the numerator, you can easily say, okay, fine, the 5 into that particular 15, because this is going to be in the numerator, the 5 is in the denominator. 5 into 15, how many times does it go? It goes 3 times. 3 into 2x minus 4 is equal to 5 divided by, 15 divided by 3, how many times is 5 times? It's 5 into x minus 1. Okay, and otherwise you can see that you had actually said the 2x minus 4 is multiplied by this denominator is equal to the x minus 1 is multiplied by this denominator. Just look at this. You can see that actually that is that. Then you go around and say, that is 6x minus 12 equals to, ladies and gentlemen, that is 5x. 5 times minus 1, that is minus 5. A person will say, how did you get the 12, the minus 12? Guys, the 3 times 2x is the 6x, and the 3 times the minus 4, distributing the distribution method, distributing that in that bracket is, of course, a minus a negative 12. Ladies and gentlemen, we now looking at like terms such that 6x minus 5x, because when the 5 is transposed, the 5x is transposed, rather, the sign changes. And then the 12, the minus 12, when it's transposed, the sign changes to become a positive. So it will be 12 minus 5. Okay, that is 6x minus 5x. 6 apples minus 5 apples, 6 bananas minus 5 bananas. That is just one banana, that is one apple, and it's just one x. But mathematically, of course, we wouldn't love to write that one. We would love to make that one invisible and just say it's equal to x. One apple is just an apple. One x is just x. And that's equals to, 12 minus 5, that should give you a 7. And that in grade 10 is 3. It's a 3-mark question in grade 10. That's how it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, that is solve for x.